slut?
Well, from what the dictionary says, slut is like a girl who is kind of like a prostitute, I think.
I guess my point of view, it's just a term used for girls that get around, like, go from guy to guy kind of thing, just don't give a shit kind of thing.
Someone who sleeps around with multiple people because they don't really have a sense of self-worth.
Sleeps around, just someone who sleeps around. Like somebody who sleeps around.
Somebody who sleeps around.
I guess that's whatever one would call it. Slut.
Typically, most people associate people who like show skin, their breasts, short skirts right up to here.
Like if they're wearing like really, really short skirts.
Media's kind of shaped that image for me for sure, just because of how media portrays sluts. And probably just somebody who dresses really provocatively.
Cleavage, short skirts.
Just wearing less clothing, with most people, I guess, associate it with.
Somebody who has like boobs showing, like really out there and like bum out for the world. You can't always tell if a slut is a slut because some of them don't always expose themselves.
Slut can look like anyone, or it just depends on the person themselves and what their motives are.
I think sleeping around. Like, not necessarily like other stuff, because that's just like, whatever. But like, if you're gonna have sex with like a bunch of different guys, that's slutty behavior, I believe.
I guess like just like sleeping around, like just hanging around with a lot of guys and not really caring what other kind of people are thinking, I guess you could say. Just being more promiscuous, I guess. Sleeping with multiple people, with no real like interaction with that person, just kind of like going up to them and saying like, hey, do you want to have sex with me?
Usually for probably attention, more so than actual pleasure of sex.
Slutty behavior would be sleeping around with somebody just for the sake of sleeping around, maybe to backstab somebody.
Not because they enjoy it, not because it's with someone they care about, it's just to make themselves feel something.
Being with multiple guys, or like just a lot of flirting, like touching, that kind of thing.
Going from like kind of like guy to guy, just being like really kind of like seductive and like kind of ludicrous in a way.
Slut-shaming.
Shaming sluts.
People being put down for sleeping around.
Basically other girls just judging other girls based on like their behavior. So like a lot of girls judge other girls based on like who they slept with or rumors per se that go around about other girls.
When you call someone a slut because of their behavior, like if you think they did something.
Judging them because of why they have sex, or if they have too much sex in someone else's opinion.
Slut shaming would be wrongfully accusing somebody of sleeping around when they really haven't been.
Referring to a girl as a slut because maybe they've slept with somebody when they're not actually being a slut.
Accusing or putting someone down of how they dress, if they don't dress typically like appropriate, then they're considered a slut. If I were to show my breasts right now, the majority of people in this room would say that I would be a slut, when in fact that most people are just closed-minded. It's when girls are calling other girls sluts, and just because of like their actions with like guys and stuff, I think.
Not to my face. I don't know what other people say, but never heard anything.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, definitely, for sure.
No, not really, but like with like close friends, just as a joke.
No one here.
No. No, I don't think so. Hope not.
No.
No. I'm perceived as a very innocent person, so.
No, never been shamed.
I don't know, people talking, you never know like what people are saying behind your backs, but I would say hopefully not. I guess no.
A lot of people consider that women are sluts and men are not, when men can be sluts. And they sleep around with multiple people. They do those games where they want to have sex with everyone, like they do the alphabet and you have to like have sex with someone like all the way down in the alphabet. So if they do that, you know, they get a cookie, but if women do that, it's like you're a slut.
Yeah, because if a guy's at like, let's say 18 kills, other guys are like, oh, good for you. But if a girl's at 18 kills, that's like, oh, you're a slut.
Oh yeah, completely. The one, I don't know how to say it, the one thing that I always, comparison I always hear when talking about that is a key that opens a lot of doors is considered a good key, but a lock that opens for any key is like a bad lock kind of thing.
Well, men can sleep around with anyone, and they're praised like a god, and women are looked down as dirty and wasteful.
Yeah, just because like when like guys sleep with a bunch of girls, they kind of like brag about it to their friends, and their friends are always like, yeah, like good for you. But like if you were to be in a group of girls and say the exact same thing, they would start judging you and be like, oh, you're a slut, like because you're sleeping with all these people. But like it could be the same amount of who you're sleeping with, but like girls just get shamed for it more.
Because people like to put other people down to make themselves feel better.
Because of mean girls. Mean girls. Definitely.
I think because it happens too often. I think nowadays it's just if you don't see it from time to time, it's not normal.
The society clinging to old school tradition where you have sex after marriage, you're only with that one person for your entire life. Anything else is considered like an abomination and all that other fun stuff.
Because people are really close-minded with the way that we express our bodies, and a lot of people don't understand that our body is an art form, and the way that we dress like counteracts like the definition of a slut. So if I walked around naked, people would call me a slut, but in reality it's an art form that I want to show off my body and say like, hey, this is a beautiful thing.
I think a lot of it has to do with how media is portraying women and what label they've put on women and their sexual behavior.
I would definitely say it's partly media fault, because just how media defines women sometimes to be objects and also to be provocative and also be the best looking, and also for males to kind of be dominant, to be that one and only kind of really man.
Because everyone today seems to be really judgmental, and they just like to talk about people without knowing if that's how they truly are.
I think it exists in society because of society. Not even before media, like it was always just there. It just wasn't really spoke of. But now because of media, we hear about it more. But I think it was always